how does that same truth of what Advent is about serve people in their grief and sadness?
I think this is why I love the gospel story and the Advent story that leads up to Christmas, because when you look at the gospels, we see that so much of the early stories of Jesus and before his birth, there's pain.
Yeah.
There's disappointment. There's slaughter of the innocents. There's so much disorientation of darkness. And so the Advent story doesn't say, you have to do away with any semblance of disappointment, lament, disorientation. It says that essentially God actually comes in the midst of that. And so the goal is not to avoid it. The goal is not to ignore it. The goal is to say, the faith that I hold to is one that God enters into that, all of that. Like Easter, one of my favorite lines in Easter is, it says that while it was still dark, that phrase, while it was still dark, Christ had already risen from the dead. And I just love that the sun didn't come out and then Jesus rose.
Right.
It was while it was still dark. And that's Advent as well.
Wow.
Advent happens while it is still dark. And so for those who are going, this is a very challenging season, I would say, no, all of life is challenging to one degree or another, but the goal is not to avoid it. The goal is to discern the God who actually comes in that.